Thank you all very much for coming tonight. My name is Brant Davis. I'm the technical director, and we are going to, for the last week or two before the contest, we run this just like the contest. So we are going to do our setup, our show, and our strike just like we would a contest. So kids get 7 minutes to set up, 40 minutes to do a show, and 7 minutes to tear down. So we're about to start our setup. After that, Ms. Tuggle, the director, will come out and talk to you. And then directors are hands off. It is completely all kids for 40 minutes. So we're about to start the setup. Thank you very much for coming tonight. When you're ready to tie. Guys, you got 3.5 minutes, 3.5. Yeah. Take that over.
So sorry, Mr. Davis had to remind me I was doing curtain speech. I was already headed out to sit with y'all. I'm Miss Tuggle. And thank you so much for coming tonight to our public performance of Over the River and Through the Woods. Can I have alumni stand if you are in the house? And I see some beautiful faces that I love dearly. Thank you so much. You guys have brought us so far. You guys got us to Scotland. We love you. Thank you for coming and supporting. Can I have current students in the department please stand? Y'all are amazing for coming to support. You're rock stars. Thank you. Can I get faculty to please stand and any board members that we might have present tonight? Thank you so much for coming. It means a lot to us. I need to list some companies in the area that have supported us, and I just saw, can I have my booster board members stand? I've never done this before. Yeah, I'm totally making stand. I'm sorry. Thank you. Y'all don't know how hard these boosters are working. We need to thank you, Rennet. We need to thank the Chamber of Commerce of Terrell, Nucor, Ed Zara, Terrell Aviation, the Lawsons, and American National Bank for donating to support our trip to Scotland. If you have not heard, we will be performing 6 times. It is not exhausting at all. 2 solid weeks with your sweet angels. So excited. Sleep is my friend. So we are going to be going July 26th, 3 days in London, 9 hours on a bus. And then the rest of the time in Scotland, we're going to we are going to perform at the world's largest fine arts festival, the Fringe, and it's quite an honor to go. We're doing something different this year for our one act. It is a comedy, and that's hard. Because y'all like to laugh in comedies, and we have to stop talking, but they're not allowed to, because if they go over 40 minutes, we DQ the entire district, and Dr. Solis will get very angry with me if I do that. So we're not going to do that. So what happens at show is if they cannot keep their timing and their pacing up, is we're going to play a light cue and a sound cue, and it's going to cue them to stop moving and talking, and then we're going to go to dark. It does not mean we cannot advance. Schools advance all the time as long as their story shows a character arc and a story arc and is a lovely story. Our story is about family. I hope that you were able to get that tonight. I will ask that you not do flash photography. It's highly distracting. Some of my children do selfies a lot. They'll pose. It's a problem. There are donations. There's a well out there for donations, and you might have seen some maroon t-shirts with some characters drawn on them. That's our show shirt. We have 2 left. They are extra larges. They are 18. If you would like one, come see me afterwards. When we finish with this run, we are going to have the cast exit the stage. We're going to come back on. We're going to have cast and crew take a picture on stage so that we have what we need for our PR. And then we are going to do our strike for you. After that strike is done, if there are any students involved in the night at the museum and you are a member of the military, I need you to try on before you leave. And our cast is going to be loading our set into the band truck. Super excited. We go to our official rehearsal tomorrow. We compete at Poteet High School approximately 1:30 on Thursday, so if you are free, please feel free to come and watch us there. Thank you.
The very day I turned 14, my father put me on a boat, and in my pocket, nothing but 200 lira and an address to a cousin in a place called Hoboken, New Jersey. The only advice my father ever gave me. Tengo familia. If you say that in English, it means I support the family. But in Italian, it means more. much more. I am a man. I am doing well for my woman and my children. I have a reason for being alive.
I was the middle sister of 7 girls, and Frank was the first man. No, the first person to ever notice me. He was making $1 a day as a carpenter's apprentice, and I thought that was a fortune. He promised that if I married him, he'd become a fine carpenter, and he built for me, an entire house. And he did. He became a wonderful carpenter, and he built for me this beautiful home.
Hey, Gramps. Hi, Nan.
Oh, Nick, your grandmother's going to ask you to do something for her. Refuse.
Nicholas, you have to do something for me. First, you hungry?
Nan, like I said on the phone, I have this announcement to make. I already ate.
He has no time for any of your favors, Aida.
What did you have for dinner?
Chinese food.
Chinese?
Nan, I'm full.
Fine, I'll make you a sandwich. How about provolone and ham?
Perfect.
Good, Nicholas, I'll make a provolone and ham sandwich, and you tell your grandfather he can't drive no more.
Don't listen to her, Nick.
2 days ago in the Grand Union parking lot, he puts the car in reverse and goes forward.
I put it in reverse. I thought it was
right
safe.
into a Japanese car. Thank God no one was killed.
I barely dented the fender.
2 weeks ago at the 7-Eleven, he means to step on the brake. He steps on the gas.
Oh, we go very fast, for about 2 feet.
Right into a Japanese car. Thank God no one was killed.
Gramps, you know it's too dangerous to be with you behind the wheel.
I get in the car with him and I scream the entire
And
way.
she's a real pleasure to drive
All
with.
right. How about you go make me the sandwich and I'll talk to him. And can you please turn on the air conditioner? It's sweltering in here.
That's crazy. It's only June.
But it's hot.
But the air conditioner doesn't turn on until the 4th of July.
I'll open a window. You listen to your grandson.
Come on, Gramps. We've talked about this. I just don't want to get a call saying that you hurt yourself, or Nan, or someone else.
My first car, 1941 DeSoto, cost me $53 more than I could possibly spend. But once I laid my eyes on it, the chrome wheels, black leather inside, dashboard, that was the most beautiful sight I ever saw. Mwah. Bellissimo. I worked for 3 months, nights, shoveling coal into some restaurant's furnace so I could get that 53. And when I bought that car, when I sat behind that dashboard, when I held that perfect new steering wheel in my hand, I knew I could make a life for my family. If I could own this car, I could make a life.
Thank you.
I got another set hidden in my tools.
Just promise you only drive in emergencies, all right?
Yeah.
I was the first in my family to get a good job with a union, and a Ford automobile factory. And the way I got the job, see, was I told them I was Irish. I had to, because in those days, the most famous Italians in America were the Pope and Sacco and Vincent. And did they look at us and think, Pope? No, Sacco and Vincent.
My father's folks, Nunzio and Emma, lived 2 doors down, and every Sunday they too come and share dinner. They were both children of hard-working but destitute immigrants. They married at 17 and had 2 children, my father and his brother Nick, who was killed in Korea.
So when Luke went to work, I made us a beautiful life at home. I stood on an assembly line and I put this nut in that boat for 27 years to give my wife and my sons the life they deserve.
We struggled and we made our way because we're a family. Tango familia!
Tango familia! Tango familia!
They were the loudest people I ever met.
Hey, Nicky!
Hey, Gramps. Hi, Nan.
What a pleasure to see you on a Thursday.
Thanks for coming. How's this announcement?
Wait, Nicky, first I want to take a picture.
Of what?
Of you.
Why?
I got 2 pictures left on this roll since last Easter. Stand by your grandmother and smile.
Gramps, I have this announcement.
It's 1 picture.
Gramps?
1 picture.
Fix your hair nice
Hey,
first!
stop. Gramps, shoot.
But you don't look happy.
I'm not happy.
Why would I take a picture if you don't look happy?
Make me a copy, Nuns. I'll pay you for it.
Okay, I got 1 more.
Gramps, that's enough with the pictures. Nick, could you get back in here, please?
Nikki, that present you bought for us, the one we don't know how to use?
The answering machine?
The other one, the CPU.
The VCR.
Right, we need the receipt.
Why, bro?
No, we just hate it.
We don't hate it, it's just too expensive. We can't enjoy it.
Why are you worried about the expense? I bought it for you.
Just give us a receipt, we'll give you back the money.
I don't want the money.
It's too much to spend on us for BCP.
It was your 60th anniversary present.
Fine, we'll keep $10.
Look, we can talk more about this later.
So, Nikki, guess where her grandmother wants to drive me again next Tuesday?
I'm sorry if I like to go places and do things I'm a doer.
Atlantic City with the senior citizens from St. Anne.
Listen to what he's complaining about. You get a free air-conditioned bus ride and $30 free in chips.
Look, I have this
You know what I
announcement.
did last time we went? I walked right into Donald Trump's. I cashed in my $30 chips, found a $5 buffet, ate all day, and came home with a $25 profit.
I told him that money was not for him to keep. The Catholic Church gave him that money to gamble. Sunday, you put it in the poor box.
I'm not putting it in the poor box. We're poor. I'm giving it to Nikki.
We are not poor.
Why are you giving me $25?
I don't know. She won't let me keep it.
Nicholas ate Chinese food tonight.
Ugh, that's like eating cancer.
He also said I can't drive no more.
Good, the world just got safer.
I'll give you the receipt for the VCR. I'll eat your sandwich. We'll talk more about the driving. And can I just please say what I...
Nicholas, before you start, who's hungry?
And there's a one-sentence announcement. You do not have to cater it.
Oh, Nikki, before I forget, I got you a mask card.
NASCAR. Aren't these for sick people?
2 Thursdays from now, the 7:30 Mass at St. Anne's will be said for you.
Why?
In hopes you'll meet our girl to marry.
And the priest agreed to this.
Hey, go to the mass. Maybe you'll meet her. Wait, I feel a draft.
Me too. What's open?
It is 110 degrees in here.
Hey, we're old. We're chill.
Oh my word, I forgot all about it.
Okay, all done.
Hey, make me another copy, nuns. I'll pay you for it.
Can I please say this now?
What's he getting so upset about?
He was always anxious. You remember how he used to chew on his rattle?
Can we not tell the rattle story right
We're
now?
just trying to understand you better, Nikki.
Oh, that just explains everything. I don't even know why I bothered going to therapy.
What?
Nothing. I said nothing.
He said he's going to therapy.
What is that?
A psychiatrist.
A foot doctor?
Head doctor.
A what?
Nicholas, you're seeing a head doctor.
Oh, good grief.
Look, it's no big deal. All of my friends are in therapy. It's just someone to
What
talk
kind
to.
of friends do you have, Nikki?
Said it was no big deal.
I hope that you don't pay this
We
person.
listen to your problems for free, Nicholas.
A priest would too, Nikki. You need me to call a priest?
She's always calling a priest.
Look, I'm seeing a therapist, yes, but I won't be seeing him for much longer.
Thank God.
And that ties in with my announcement. Can I please say this now?
Oh, he's getting married!
How could he be getting married?
I
He
am
doesn't
not
even have a girlfriend.
getting married.
Why not?
We can save that conversation for the holidays when we always have it. We'd have to say something entirely different.
Go ahead. Say your announcement, Nicholas. We're all listening. Very hard.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're ready.
Okay.
All right.
Say it loud.
Okay.
All right.
Okay! Let me start with this. I got offered a promotion at work.
Okay.
What kind of promotion?
It's a better management position, but the thing about the job is I have to move.
Out of the city? Thank God.
You can move in with us, Nicholas.
No rent, 4 meals a day.
The job is in Seattle.
Where is Seattle?
Rose Manali has a beach house there, exit 94 on the parkway.
No, that's further down, by the big food town.
Oh, no. Stop. I know where Seattle is. Washington. Not the close Washington, the far away Washington by California. All the way by California.
Nicholas, is this true?
It's in Washington State, yes. Look, I just got the offer this morning. My head is still swimming, but it's a promotion and now would be the time, right? I'm young, unattached, so there's really nothing keeping me here.
Nicholas, what about us?
Well, yeah, except you.
Nikki.
So you're leaving?
Moving, yes.
Right, leaving.
I know this might come as a bit of a shock.
Shock? No, why would this come as a bit of a shock? Oh, first, your parents moved to Fort Lauderdale, and then your sister moves to San Diego as my great-grandson.
Gramps.
My great-grandson. I have one great-grandson, and he is 3 years old, and I have seen him exactly twice. Twice!
Gramps, please.
You know what that's like? I have lived long enough to have a great-grandson, and he has no idea who I am, why I'm important to him. Last time, we got off the plane, and he saw me standing there, arms outstretched, and he ran away. He ran away, thinking I was just another old person who wanted to annoy him with a hug.
Nicholas, I don't don't understand. You're just gonna go.
I just got the offer this morning. I just wanted to tell you first.
But your family's here, Nick.
It's getting late. I have to catch the next bus back.
Nicky!
I'm at 8 a.m. meeting tomorrow. About the promotion.
We'll see you Sunday, Nicholas.
If we're still alive, God willing.
Just think about it, all right? It's a wonderful opportunity.
He forgot his sandwich.
It's a 20-minute ride into the city. To make it without food.
Seattle!
Not to worry, he won't go.
You heard what he said. He wants to move away.
No, he didn't say he wants to move. He said he had no reason to stay.
So?
So we give him a reason.
I should tell him. I should tell him that the doctors did their test and had a spread. I should tell him that if he takes the job, when he says goodbye, it'll probably be the last time we see each other. No one knows yet. Not even my Emma. I'll tell her soon, but I should tell him. Then maybe he'd stay.
That following Sunday, I attended our weekly dinner where I expected them to really lay on guilt on something fierce. And what they did was something worse. Much worse. Hello?
Oh, hiya, Nick.
Since when do you play the mandolin?
Well, my father taught me whenever I was just a little boy. Your grandmother found this at a garage sale. So I decided last night to take a lesson they were having down at the high school.
The high school? How'd you get there? You didn't drive, did you?
I walked 45 minutes there and back in the dark. If I dropped dead, I left specific instructions to deliver me to your doorstep.
Hey, Nicky!
Hey, what's with the jackets?
What, we can't dress up to see our grandson?
Anyways, about Seattle, I suppose you've had enough time to mull it over, eh?
Now, Nicky, you want some nuts?
No. So how are you feeling?
Oh, we're doing very good, Nick. Have some nuts.
No. How are you feeling about the promotion?
Oh, we're very proud, Nicholas. Very proud.
Nicholas, you look hungry.
Man, about Seattle,
We'll be eating soon. Why don't you fix your hair a little nicer?
Hi, Nick. What's going on with everyone? 3 days ago, I told you all about my promotion. Now it's like I never even...
Hey, Nicky, how old are you?
What? 29?
29 and no family.
You know, you're 8 years older than your Uncle Nicky ever was.
What about that up?
I've just been thinking of him lately.
Why?
I'll get it.
Why, I wonder who that could be.
Why, it's Caitlin O'Hara, the unmarried, decent like cast upon a merchant here.
Caitlin, come in. Why don't you stay for dinner?
Hi, Emma. Hi. Wow, I know there's so many of you. I would have brought 2 bottles.
Oh no, this is so thoughtful. Isn't Caitlin so thoughtful, Nikki?
Can't believe you're doing this.
Caitlin, I'd like you to meet my beautiful grandson, Nicholas.
Stop. Hi, Caitlin, it's Nick.
Hi, Nick. Great to meet you.
And I'm his other name. You call her Emma, you call me Aida.
Absolutely. Hello, Aida.
Then I'm Nunzio.
And I'm Frank. Mwah.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Nunzio and Frank.
And you seem like a girl who any young man would be lucky to have as his wife.
Nunzio, you're absolutely right.
Caitlin, you're just in time for supper. Everything came beautiful.
Can I have a moment alone with Caitlin first?
It's working. It's working.
I just want to say, did my grandmother mention that I'd be here?
No, she didn't.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, this is a blind setup, so feel free to run like the wind.
Nick, relax. I hate being set up too, but Emma's my friend. It's no big deal. Besides, I gotta say, the dinner smells fantastic.
Are you sure? Because it's not too late to escape.
Come on, Nick, we'll just have a, relaxing Sunday dinner.
Caitlin, I would not describe these people as relaxing.
Very pretty, isn't she, Nikki?
Yes.
I did good.
Okay, time to eat, Caitlin. You look hungry. Come.
No.
And Nicholas, you sit next to Caitlin. Very nice. Very nice.
Shall we say grace?
Since when do we say grace?
Shut up, we have company.
Frank, say grace.
Really? Well, all right. Everyone get ready. I'm going to say grace. All right.
Everyone quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're ready.
Okay.
All right.
Say it loud.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bless us, O Lord, for these thy gifts that we are about to receive. And bless our lovely dinner guest and our lonely grandson. and may they find eternal happiness together.
Amen!
So, Caitlin, tell me, do you drive?
Sure, don't you?
Funny you should
You have to
ask.
stop. He's leading into accidents lately.
I've killed hundreds of people.
Caitlin, I've made some lovely veal. Pick a piece.
Oh, no, thank you, Aida. I'll just have the vegetables.
No, have some veal. It's nice from the shop right.
Thank you, Aida, but I'm a vegetarian.
She's a what?
A vegetarian.
What is that?
Animal doctor.
Very nice.
So she won't eat the veal?
She fixes animals so she don't eat them. Makes sense.
No, vegetarian. I don't eat meat. My job is I'm a nurse.
An animal nurse?
What do animals need nurses for?
Trust me on this.
Eh.
Don't try to correct them. Just write it
Whatever
down.
it is that you do, it sounds very nice. Have some veal.
Oh, I really can't. Thank you.
No, none at all.
I'm sorry, Aida. I should have told Emma before I came.
Oh, no need to apologize. Just have some veal.
Yeah? The veal issue is done. She does not eat veal.
It's from the shop right.
That's so sweet of you, Aida. But the vegetables really look so delicious. Really, just an extra forkful of those would be wonderful.
The squash is beautiful from my garden.
Looks fabulous.
You can serve it to the Pope.
The Pope would eat the veal too.
So, Caitlin, tell me, how come a pretty girl like you doesn't have a boyfriend?
Caitlin, please don't answer that.
It's okay, Nick. I don't mind. Actually, Frank, it's like I just like to think I just haven't met the right guy lately.
Maybe if you fixed your hair a little nicer.
Man.
I meant that nice. You know I meant that nice.
Caitlin, I'd just like to apologize for everything that's been said here this afternoon.
What? Oh, we said nothing bad. None. Have we said anything bad?
No, we've been delightful.
Now don't mind Nikki, Caitlin. He just gets a little excited sometimes.
That's okay. I like passionate people.
What a nice way of saying that.
See? We ain't loud. We're passionate.
So, Nikki, Caitlin hasn't been on a date in a while.
Yeah, that's personal information.
Actually, she's right.
We had a nice talk about it right by the produce at Pathmark.
Oh, what did you buy in produce?
I don't remember.
She bought peppers.
Red peppers or green?
Never buy red peppers at Pathmark.
I had a big fight with the manager about the zucchini.
They're talking about
Yeah.
food. Get comfortable.
Actually, the A&P has the freshest zucchini. What I do when I'm working a lot and I don't have time to cook is I saute a little yellow squash from the A&P, melt a very thin slice of provolone with a dash of Parmesan. You have it with some rye or Italian bread, preferably fresh from Marzoni's bakery, and it makes the perfect late night snack.
She's our dream come true!
Oh, that's all for you, Nick. That's all for you.
The thing which irritated me most is that she actually seemed terrific. But when your grandmother sets you up, you have every right to be disappointed.
Nick, say something attractive to Caitlin.
Gramps, please.
Actually, I have to say, it's rather amazing sitting here with all of you. Because, well, I look at Nick and I think how many grown adults actually get to have dinner with all 4 of their grandparents.
He's a lucky boy. And so dinner went on. A beautiful meal. We enjoyed the veal, then a fresh tomato garden salad, then ravioli with eggplant on the side, then coffee with ricotta cheesecake and fresh baked anisette cookies. And all throughout this beautiful meal, I looked at my grandson and the lovely girl sitting next to him, and I thought, yes, oh yes, he had finally found his reason to stay.
Everything was so delicious. Thank you so much, Aida.
Caitlin, for when you're watching TV, let me take the veal and make you a sandwich.
And?
Caitlin, we're so happy that you came. We hope to see you again very soon.
I really had a great time. You're all so sweet.
We're old. We're adored.
Here we are.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Come back anytime, sweetheart. Mwah. Mwah.
Pathmark.
First of all, I'd just like to say I'm sorry. I'm deeply sorry.
Nick, no,
I feel like having something expensive. So, how about dinner sometime this week? We can go to a nice vegetarian restaurant. No one will ask you to stay there.
Nick, I have a confession to make.
You have a boyfriend? A girlfriend? You really are paying what?
Nick, I knew you'd be here tonight. That's the real reason I came. I've just been, I don't know, feeling a little lonely lately. Maybe a little desperate. Oh my God, I said that out loud. But yeah, maybe even a little desperate. And I thought, well, I like to grandma so much. Maybe she had a grandson who, what I'm saying is, he spent the whole evening yelling at them.
Well, yeah, we're family. That's unbelievable.
Again with the you people.
You invited her over without telling me, which you had no right to.
Nicholas, don't get upset. I'll get a fruit
No,
bowl.
no food. Everyone just sit and listen to me.
You see anyone standing?
Did any of you take into consideration how I would feel? And exactly what kind of plan was that? Did you expect us to meet, fall in love, and spend the rest of our lives together? What doesn't happen that way? Now I see why Melissa, my grandparents, my parents moved because they wanted to live a life without constant judgment and interference. But in case you haven't noticed, I'm an adult. Yes, there's a fully functioning adult standing right before you who is perfectly capable of taking care of himself. Taking care of...
Nicholas!
Emma, go get the front door.
I can't breathe.
Go get the car door. Nunes, help me carry him out. I'll drive. So I drove Nick to the hospital, and I didn't hit anybody or anything. And this was under great strain, because I thought my grandson was having a heart attack. It turns out he did have an attack, a panic attack, they called it. The doctor said that he had to lay in bed for a few days and get rid of everything that was making him so upset in his life. So we figured, why not have him stay with us?
You know that song? Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. It's such a happy song with everyone singing and dancing and...
Nicholas, can I get you anything else to eat?
Nan, you've been feeding me nonstop for the past 2 days. And can you please turn on the air conditioner? It's hot.
I don't want you to feel a draft.
It's like a sauna. I keep expecting naked fat men in towels to walk by.
I'll get a thinner blanket. Oh, and Nikki, the other nanny and grandpa, coming over for cannolis. About Seattle. You really might not go, right?
What?
Nicholas, you remember what you were saying when you were sick? When you were yelling that your parents left because they didn't want to be around us anymore.
Nan, I'm sorry,
Nicholas, your parents didn't move because they didn't want to be around us anymore. They saw their lives being spent in one place. They saw themselves getting old.
No.
They were afraid of becoming too much like us. Calm, Nicholas. Calm. Breathe. Good. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just all wrong. But I'm not.
Hey, Nikki!
Hey, Nikki, how you feeling?
Hi, Nan. I'm fine.
You gave us such a fright collapsing like that.
I know, Nan.
So I got you another mascot.
They're gonna have to start naming this church after me soon.
Don't do that again to us, Nick. We're old. We're the ones supposed to be getting sick, not you.
Nicholas was getting hot.
No, it's perfect in here.
Look, I just want to say, the other day when I said those things about wanting to move and not wanting you to interfere,
Nikki, you were sick then.
Yeah, no, listen to a word you said. So what should we do tonight?
Just nothing that gets Nikki too excited.
Oh, Nick, why don't we play that game that you gave us that we don't quite understand? What's it called?
Trivial Pursuit?
Ah, yes, that one. The one where you have to answer things.
Nikki, you feel up to playing a game like that?
No, you'll drop dead from the excitement.
Look, you want to play a game? Let's play.
Whatever you want, Nicholas.
All right, how about teams are me and you, Gramps?
Okay. You roll the dice and play the game for us. We'll just come up with the answers.
All right, you're on green.
All right? Green.
Everyone quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're ready.
Okay.
All
Read the card, Gramps.
Okay. What author was appointed U.S. ambassador to Spain in 1842?
Oh my.
Give us another.
Wait, I know this.
You do not.
Yes, when you and that Mario Parillo dragged me to Spain, there's this little statue about this guy. I know this.
What's the answer?
Okay, who's your girlfriend who married that fellow who steals cars?
Gramps.
You mean Irene?
Right, now, what's Irene's sister's name?
Which
Gramps,
one?
do these questions have any vague sort of point?
Shut up, you're sick. Okay, Irene's sister's name.
Which one?
The one who drinks.
They all drink.
The one who's not fat.
Oh, Irma.
Right, now remember when we saw Irma at the ShopRite when they were having that special in frozen foods, buy two, get one free?
No, that was Food Town.
No, ShopRite.
No, Food Town has the buy two, get one free special. ShopRite has the double coupon days.
No, Pathmark has the big fish in the window.
Gramps.
Alright, what was her name? Irma. She was with some guy, and we're both amazed because she wasn't drunk and the guy had no teeth.
Yeah?
Now, what was that guy's name?
Oh, something.
Yes, it was Jewish. A Jewish name. What's a Jewish name?
Aida, how do we know that's Jewish?
I think Henny Youngman's Jewish.
We know a Henny Youngman.
No, it's a name like Henny Youngman, but different. Who else?
Sid Caesar.
No.
Beelzebub?
No.
Shecky Green!
Gramps, you have the card.
I'm just caught up in all the excitement.
Is Merv Griffin Jewish?
Wait, that's close. Irving. That's it, the guy Irma was with, Irving.
So?
The ambassador, Washington Irving.
That's right!
That was the most amazing thing.
Nikki, you're laughing. I don't remember the last time I saw you laugh. When we were your age, we were always laughing, all the time. We didn't have much of anything, but we were always laughing. You know, you have so much more than we ever had, Nikki, and we are so proud of you. But then you gotta go to a head doctor, and the whole family moves away from each other. So is it a better life? It's not a worse life, but better, just different maybe. See, he didn't have another attack.
Enough with the game. Who's hungry?
I need some Danish.
Wait, I want to tell a story.
Okay, just let me get the Danish.
No, wait, this story is so good, you don't even need food.
There's no such thing.
What story are you talking about?
The story of how I won.
Oh, no one wants to hear that.
No, tell it.
They've heard it.
But he always changes it. Tell us, Nuance.
Nikki, you want to hear it?
As long as it doesn't get me too excited.
Okay. Your grandmother lived in this 4th floor walk-up not far from here. And every night, I'd climb over this fence, sneak into her backyard, and serenade her.
This is not true.
Would you let me tell my story?
Story's right. His father dragged him to my house. My father talked to him. His father talked to me. Then both fathers told us we were getting married.
It happened 60 years ago. Can I tell it the way I like it? Okay. The first time I saw your grandmother, she was on a street corner.
Oh!
Hey, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful sunshine, huh? She was waiting for a bus.
I was the most gorgeous, eligible, popular girl in the entire neighborhood.
What?
If you're telling the story the way you want, then I'm telling the story the way I want.
Okay. Once I laid my eyes on your grandmother, well, there was just something about her. She was smiling, and I never seen anything so amazing. She was so beautiful, you could drink her from a glass.
I was wrong. Every word of this is true.
Naturally, I couldn't speak to her. I just watched her get on the bus. But then I waited there all day for another bus to return her to that spot. When she strolled home, I followed her. I stood right underneath her window. I did this every night for a month. Every night for a month. I sang her this one song. Yes, sir, that's my baby.
Wait, let me get my mandolin.
I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. The night she came down, I was still too nervous to speak words to her. I was too nervous to speak words to her. So I just kept singing. That's my baby. Yes, sir. I don't mean maybe. No, sir. That's my baby now.
Whenever I see an old black and white movie, I can't help but think that was like for my grandparents was like when they were young. That they lived these very black and white lives, and they were all very serious, very earnest, rather joyless. And sometimes, and not very often, but definitely sometimes, I get a glimpse into what their past was like, and suddenly everything would be splashed with color, and I get a peek of when they were young and sexual, and their whole lives were laid out before them.
Nicholas, I need a
That's
partner.
my baby. Yes, sir. I don't mean maybe. No, sir. That's my baby.
Who's hungry?
How about you and I going home now?
Hey, Nikki, you mind if we leave early?
No, Nan, go.
This is the reason I want you married, Nikki. This is the reason.
Aida, Frank, see you tomorrow.
I should clean up.
You feeling any better, Nick?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's funny, I can't remember the last time I saw you all like this.
It's 'cause you're never here, Nick.
What are you talking about? I'm here every Sunday.
Oh, yes. Every Sunday. Like a habit. Like going to church. You're never here.
How about another story, Gramps?
Oh, I can't tell stories like how nuns can.
No, I mean when that's all true. Tell me, what was it like to leave your family?
When I was a little boy, every Christmas morning on the cobblestones in town, there would appear this, this sea of vendors with their carts filled with toys. And what I remember most was their colors. The bright reds, blues, and oranges, like a rainbow of toys. And he'd buy me some little gray toy I barely even wanted. And I'd start crying, and he'd carry me home. I always hated him for that, resented him for that. 8 years from the day that he sent me away, I've returned to my hometown so that my mother and sisters could meet my new family. And it was during the holidays, and on Christmas morning, I picked your mother up in my arms and took her outside, and there they were, like they never left. All the different vendors with their blues and reds and beautiful toys. And your mother pointed at the brightest and prettiest, and anyone that she pointed at, I bought for her. And when we came back in our arms, filled with this rainbow of toys, my mother took one look at us and said, "That's what your father wished that he could do for you, but we barely had enough money to buy food on Christmas Day. That's why that he had to send you away, so that you could make for yourself a life that he could never give you." You're going away, aren't you, Nicholas?
With all the hassles that changing both jobs and cities bring, I had little time to spend with them those final few weeks. That last Sunday seemed to arrive so quickly. I wish I knew what the formula was. How much do you owe to those who care for you? How can you repay someone for their devotion? Can it ever be enough?
Hey, Nikki, I hope you noticed. In your honor, your grandfather put on the air conditioner today.
Yeah, I thought I could breathe.
Was a beautiful meal, wasn't it, Nicholas?
Stunning, Nan.
We made all your favorites. Gnocchi, veal parmesan, tiramisu, biscotti. You won't get a meal like that in Seattle, Nikki.
I know that, Nan. I'm sorry, Nan.
You know, I never really thought you looked like your Uncle Nicky much. You were named for him, but I couldn't see him in you. But now I look at you, and you look exactly like him. Just try to be happy, Nikki, okay? There's nothing for you to be sorry about.
Nicholas, did your grandfather tell you?
No.
He's selling the car.
No, he didn't mention.
He dented the back fender, driving to his mandolin lesson. Guess how? Backing out of the garage. He didn't even make it into the street. Thank God no one was killed.
Oh, Nikki, before I forget, I got you a mask card.
I wouldn't leave town without one, Nan. Gramps, Nan told me you're selling the car.
Oh, I'm just bored with driving.
That's terrific. I would have been worried about you.
Don't you worry about me.
Well, the taxi should be here any moment.
Nicholas, for the plane ride, I made you a lasagna.
Yeah, I can't take a lasagna on the plane.
Why not?
I don't know. It just seems like something you don't do.
Fine, I'll mail it to you.
You're gonna put a lasagna in the mail.
I just mailed your sister 12 pounds of fettuccine Alfredo.
All right. All right. Well, that's for me. No goodbyes? All right, no goodbyes.
Goodbye, Nick.
Gramps?
Sorry, I forgot the rules. Goodbye, Nick.
Gramps, come on.
Tengo familia, Nicola. Tengo familia. Do you know what that means? Good. Go.
Call us when your plane lands.
But don't spend any money.
Just let the phone ring twice.
You people are really something, you know that? I hope you know. I have to do this. I have to.
I love you, Nicholas. Who's hungry?
He's gone. How can you think about food now? Maybe just some provolone. Everybody goes.
I caught my flight, and 6 hours later I was in Seattle. My new home. 2 days later, 15 pounds lasagna arrived from the mail. My new job? Loved it. More responsibility, more challenging, and within a month I started dating this account executive at the firm, Teresa, who I immediately knew was something special. 2 months later, I flew back to my grandparents to attend the funeral of my grandfather. He had died of prostate cancer, which had spread to his kidneys and liver. My grandmother said they had known about it before I moved, but they thought it wasn't right to burden me with it. Burden me with it? How could they not have told me?
after Nicholas left, my Frank, my baby, passed on. Emma and I shared dinner every day for about a year after that until she too suffered a severe stroke. God rest them. I still cook 2 meals a day for myself and a little something special on Sundays. And I still see my Nicholas. Because of his job, he flies to New York often, and he always pays his grandmother a visit.
Nan, it's me.
Nicholas!
Nan, it's hot in here.
Nicholas, you look hungry. Let me just go put the ravioli
Nan,
in the
I can't stay long. My conference ran long, but Nan, I'm moving.
Nicholas back home.
It's to Portland. I got a new job, a vice president, a wonderful
Teresa's
promotion.
going with you.
She'll stay in Seattle for now.
But you're engaged.
We'll fly back and forth on weekends. It's a commuter relationship. It's very modern, very annoying. Nan, I had this idea. Moving them to Portland. It's actually a beautiful city.
Nicholas, do you know where I always wanted to go for years and years? Atlantic City. That's right. And Newton and Emma always came back with such stories, but your grandfather would have no parts in such a fancy place. But one day I left him a plate in the icebox and I went, and you know what? I didn't like it. Nope. The entire time, I was wishing I was back home taking care of your grandfather. He needed me to. So much. He needed me to. How many people get to be my age and can say they had someone that needed them that much? I can say that, Nicholas. Your grandfather built this house for me. I can't go, not from here. Nicholas, stay for dinner, please.
Okay. Not long after, I achieved what my grandparents considered to be the greatest accomplishment known to man. I married. Tango Familia! And now as Teresa and I sit home in Portland, awaiting the birth of our first child. My mind often wanders back to those final days spent with my grandparents, and I wish I could neatly sum up who they were and what they meant to me and how they fit into this puzzle of my life. But instead, what is most clear to me is that my grandparents worked every day of their lives to make sure that their family would be more educated and successful than them. But what they did not foresee was that they would elevate me to a life so far removed from their own that they could never quite comprehend who I was and how I would continue their legacy. Still, they let me go. They got me to laugh. And to this day, I get great food in the mail.
Everything came beautiful, didn't it, Nicholas?